feel like I'm on a cruise in the Caribbean with Lauren and Ivan, and this thing keeps growing, and the danger to these islands is real.
It's real, and it's twofold here because we're talking about significant rain for days and days. And now with the new advisory as well from the National Hurricane Center, we continue to ramp up as far as the intensity from this feature here. Now, remember yesterday we talked at 11 o'clock and we had a Category 1 forecast for a storm. Now, Melissa is forecast to become a major hurricane, in fact, reaching Category 4 status likely by the time we get into the weekend. So that's something we're going to be watching closely. Want to get you the latest from the National Hurricane Center as they put out their new advisory here, and this is the 11 p.m. Look at the wind speed. Hasn't changed, 50 miles an hour, tropical storm, but look at the movement here. 1 to 2 miles an hour. That's going to be the issue for the next few days over the islands. There's just not much movement. It is stuck there, and it is going to be producing heavy amounts of rain over the next few days. That is going to be the problem, not just for the islands, but eventually places like Jamaica have to watch this very closely because we could be dealing with the potential very strong to, in fact, a major hurricane over the next few days as the system.
So in general, Alex, the models are responding to the shear in the atmosphere differently. The GFS continues to say, well, I'm going to be able to stand up against all that shear to the point where I'm going to get steered by those middle upper level winds and head toward Hispaniola. The other models are saying, no, I'm not going to be able to withstand that shear, and I'm going to be at lower levels steered by that lower level
and
flow.
Barely, right?
And not very quickly. But eventually, even if the GFS is right and it gets to Hispaniola, it would stall there, or it stalls just south of Jamaica. In any case, these are all bad scenarios for one or more of these islands because category slow arguably is even worse than whatever category it is on the wind scale.
Yeah.
Yesterday morning at 9 a.m., Jamaica was put under tropical storm watch. That is still the case as at this moment. But as all of you at home would be tracking this storm through varying sources, would be aware the trajectory and strength has indeed changed. We think it's important that we stress to the public that this is certainly not a time for panic, but it is a time for preparation. And for that reason, we have decided, certainly from experiences in the past, as recent as Hurricane Beryl, to ensure that we're in front of the misinformation cycle, which can sometimes damage preparation efforts for agencies and for citizens and for communities. So for us, we will be providing you with the necessary information throughout the course of this storm. And yesterday's effort through the Parliament was the first such effort. The Ministry of Water.
Viewers and subscribers, Jamaican, it look like we are facing another one. Tropical storm Melissa has formed in the Caribbean. And the forecast shows it's heading dangerously close to us now. We have all heard this before, storm this, hurricane that, and sometimes we take it lightly, but this time I want you to pause, listen, and really understand what's coming. This video isn't to scare anyone. It's to help you prepare, protect your family, and remind you that every little action can make a difference. So, let's talk about Melissa. What's happening, what to do, what to expect, and most importantly, what you need to do to stay safe. Tropical storm Melissa formed just a few days ago out in the warm Caribbean Sea. Right now, it's moving slowly, and that's what makes it dangerous. A fast moving storm blows through and goes, but a slow one that brings days of rain, flooding, landslide, and power outages. The meteorologists say Jamaica could start feeling effects within a day or two. Heavy rainfall, gusty winds, rough seas, especially along the south coast and in low-lying communities. It's not just about the wind, it's about the water. Flooding is one of the biggest killers in storms like these and can happen fast. I've seen people lose homes, vehicles, and even lives because they underestimate how powerful a few inches of rain can be. So let's talk about what the storm really means for us. Flooding, that's number one. Places like Clarendon, St. Catherine, St. Mary. You know how quick the rivers rise? It takes one night of heavy rain and the water takes over. Then you have landslides. If you live up in the hills, St. Andrew, St. Thomas, Portland, check your surroundings. Loose soil and old trees can give away fast. Next is power outage. When the wind picks up, the lines go down. So please charge your phone, flashlights, and radios. You don't want to be in darkness with no way to get updates. And then there's the sea. Fisherman, I beg you, don't risk it. Pull in your boats early. The sea will always be there after the storm passes, but your life won't come back if you get caught out there. Every year we lose people, not because the storm was too strong, but because they waited too long. Alright, let's get practical. Here's what every household in Jamaica needs to do right now. Number one, secure your home. Check your roof, nail down any loose thing, clear your drains, gutters and yards. Even a small plastic bag can block the drains. Your home, stock up on essential. You don't need to panic buy, but make sure you have water, at least 3 gallons per person, non-perishable food, tin food, crackers, bread, peanut butter, batteries, candles, and matches, first aid kit, a whistle or something to make noise if you need help. Number 3, prepare your emergency bag. If you have to move fast, have a small bag with your ID, documents, passport, medication, a flashlight, and a change of clothes. Plan for communication. Charge your phones and keep a small radio for updates. If you live alone, let someone know where you are. Take care of the vulnerable. Check on elderly, neighbors, single mothers, people living in flood-prone areas. A simple knock on the gate could save a life. Preparedness isn't just about protecting yourself, it's about protecting your community. You know something? Every time a storm comes, I see something powerful in Jamaicans. We help each other. We share candles, food, even shelter. We turn fear into faith. When the wind blows, we hold each other up. And when the rain stops, we come outside, broom in hand, and we clean, rebuild, and move again. That's how we are. We have faced Gilbert, Ivan, Dean, Sandy, and now Melissa. But no storm has ever broken Jamaican spirit. This storm may pass through. It may leave some damage, but will never take away our strength, our love, our unity. As Tropical Storm Melissa approaches, remember, this storm don't last forever, but the choices you make before the storm, those last. If you prepare now, you protect not only your home, but your family and your community. Don't wait for someone to tell you it's time. Act today. Charge your phone, clear your jail, secure your roof, and pray, not out of fear, but for guidance and strength. When the rain comes, stay calm. When the wind howls, stay inside. And when the sun returns, step out and help someone else. Because no matter how hard the storm hits, Jamaica always rises. We are one people, one island, one love, a One Daily TV. Stay safe. I'm out.